Well, hi there, pluckers. Other Sort of Fingers back with you again for another interesting lesson, hopefully. This is my single guitar arrangement for another James Bond theme song. This one's from the film called Live and Let Die, and the song was performed by Paul McCartney in Wings, of course. So, standard tuning, no capos, doing it in the key of G, which is the original soundtrack key, okay. So, no intro on this number. Basically, Paul McCartney plays a couple of G chords on the old piano, and you're straight into the verse, okay? So we'll just go through the first verse and then we'll break it down for you, okay? So, when you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But every ever-changing world in which we're living makes you give in and cry. Say live and let, and off into the chorus, okay? So let's get to it. So, starting off with, I'm playing quite a few bar chords in this song. You can just play ordinary open chords if you like. So obviously the first one is a G major, playing a bar chord, 3rd fret major shape, but by all means play a open G chord if you want, okay. So when we were young, and so we go from G to a B minor. I'm playing a 2nd fret bar there, 1st finger, minor shape, B minor. But if you want to play a simpler B minor, please do so, like that. 2nd fret top E string, 1st finger, 3rd fret 2nd string, 2nd finger, and then the 3rd finger and pinky playing the 4th fret of the 4th string and the 3rd string, the D string and G string. If you're playing this chord, then it's only 4 downwards. You don't play the 5th string or the 6th string, okay? So that would be like when we were young, okay? Then we go to a C with G in the bass. So you've got your basic C chord, but this 3rd finger goes up to the bottom E string, 3rd fret, and your pinky goes to the 3rd fret of the 5th string, okay, and on the A string there, and you play all 6 strings. Gives you a nice full C chord with G in the bass, okay. So first bit is when we were young and your heart was, let's try it again. Open book is 2 chords. It's a straightforward D7. You can play that from 5 downwards or 4 downwards. Don't play the bottom E string, okay? And the 2nd chord is this. I'm going to call this a D7 flat 9, okay? It's like a diminished 7 shape, but I'm going to call it a simplified D7 flat 9, okay? So what it is, it's the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string, the D string. 2nd finger's playing the 1st fret of the 2nd string, the B string. 3rd finger's playing the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, the G string. And finally your pinky is playing the 2nd fret of the top E string. 4 downwards, okay? You could play from 5 downwards if you wanted to. 5 downwards is okay, 4 downwards is okay. Just don't play the bottom E again, okay? So that's your first line, okay? When you were young and your heart was an open book. Okay, second line is the same. You used to say, live and let die. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. Third line starts off the same, G, but it is a ever-changing world. So after the C chord, rather than go to the D7, you go to an A7. That's a simple A chord with G open, 3rd string open. So it's 2nd on the 4th, 2nd on the 2nd, the B string there, 5 downwards. Should sound like that. So now that third line is but if it's ever changing world in which we're living, just a straightforward 5 downward single strum. It's nice. Let it ring. Bit of a pause, and he goes living makes you, and then you come back in on give in and cry. Give in and cry. A straightforward D chord, 5 or 4 downwards. Give, then just sing single notes. Pinky takes the 3rd fret of the top E string, the way I play it, and then the 5th fret of the top E. So you got give in and then the D chord again. Cry. Sorry, give in and cry. Pause, and then you've got this lovely nice little chord, which is B flat with D in the bass. Okay, and all it is, it's the top E string 1st fret, 1st finger, and then the 3rd fret of the 3rd string and the 2nd string with your 2nd finger and 3rd finger. Open 4th string, you hit the 4th string, and then the 3rd string, and then the other 2, the top 2 strings. Okay, so it's give and cry, live and let, and then we're into the chorus, the nice heavy chorus bit. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's go through the whole verse again. All the other verse in the song plays the verse. Verse 2 is exactly the same as verse 1 to play, different words. Okay, so here we go. When you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But if this ever-changing world in which we're living makes you give in and cry, so you live and let, then we come into this lovely bit. Cry, live and let die, live and let die, live and let die. I'm off into this leady bit. Okay, so what chords am I playing on this chorusy bit? So it's the way I'm playing it is mainly bar chordy type things. It's a G7, alright, so it's basically a 3rd fret bar chord major shape G, but with your pinky off. It gives you a G7. Then we go to that C chord with G in the bass, a standard C chord with your 3rd finger up to the bottom E string 3rd fret, pinky taking over on the 3rd fret on the 5th string, the A string. So that's okay. Then the next chord is this. This is a G diminished 7. Okay, with G in the bass. So this is the way I'm playing it. I'll show you an alternative if you can't manage this. Okay, so I'm barring with my 1st finger the 2nd fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings, just like a lazy A chord, if you like. Okay, the 2nd finger is going to the bottom E string, 3rd fret, and your 3rd finger is playing the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, the G string. Okay, and that's just a nice heavy strike on the sort of 5 down to about 2, I suppose. Sorry, 6 down to 2, sorry, like that. Now, then we go back to the G7. So it's G7, C, G diminished 7, back to G7, pause, repeat, G7 to C, and this time you just play the G diminished 7, and then we go back, we start this riff up, that bit, okay? So that comes out of that say live and let die. live and let die, live and let die, live and let die. And then we're off into the lead bit. Okay, so there's your chorusy bit. Okay, now this lead bit is it's quite simple. It starts on the top E string, 3rd fret, to the 5th fret, to the 6th fret. So it's alright, nice and easy. 3, 5, 6 on the top E, and you do the same thing on the 2nd string, the B string, 3, 5, 6. So you go. Then we do the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and then to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then 3rd fret. So it's okay. Then you play the second time round. It's the same notes, but the timing is slightly different. So it's like first time it's, second time it's the same note, but after you come out of that second one on the 2nd string, immediately you go like that, on the second one. First time it's, second time, and you repeat that whole thing twice. Okay, so it's okay, got that bit. That comes again in later on. Now, then we go into this strangely moody sort of instrumental-y bit, and so what I do for this, there's lots of things going on orchestration-wise. So what I do is a G minor 7. That's a bar across the 3rd fret, and your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, the A string. So that's just, and then we do this. So all I'm doing is I'm barring the 5th fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. I'm trying to hit 4, 3 and 2. And then I'm doing the same thing, but on the 3rd fret with the 1st finger. I'm barring the 3rd fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. So like that. So it's slowly. So after that okay, then we got this double note thing, which is the best I can do on this. It's like third fret. So all I'm doing there is 2 notes together, double stops. The first one is like this. The first finger is playing the 6th fret of the top E string, okay, and then the second finger is playing the 7th fret of the 3rd string, the G string, and I'm using the pick on the 3rd string and I'm plucking the top E string with my finger. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is quite easy. It's just the 2nd fret of the 1st string and then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with the 1st and 2nd fingers. Here I'm doing the same thing. I'm plucking the 2nd string with my pick and the 1st string with my plucking it with my finger. You could just use the pick for both. Just do that. Okay, whichever you prefer. I tend to do it with the pick and the finger, but you could just play that with the pick. Okay, then it goes up 2 frets, same thing, 4th fret top E, 5th fret 2nd string. So you got, or if you use your, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, the next 2 are the 5th fret of the 3rd string and the 2nd string together. And finally you go back to that one again. The second on the top E, third on the second. So you got okay, got that? And you do that twice, okay, so you go exactly the same, but the third one is simpler. You just play the first three. Okay, so that's two whole ones and then a half one. So that's that one on the 6th fret and the 7th fret, and then that one second fret top E and 3rd fret second, and then this one 4th fret top E, 5th fret second. Okay, so coming out of this into this straight, slightly moody instrumental bit. Okay, got that? Slowly. Okay, then we do some chord work. So that's an A minor played on the 5th fret, top 3 strings, barred, first finger, and then there's two ways you do it. Simpler version would just use your 3rd finger on that 7th fret of the 4th string, the D string, just play 4 downwards. I like to play it with the 5th string in as well. That would also be, so the 3rd finger would be on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and pinky would be taking on the 7th fret of the 4th string, 5 downwards, but you could use a full bar chord if you wanted to, okay? Then we play a B flat, so that's A minor to a B flat. Now I'm just using a 4-fingered F shape, so it's an F shape chord, but you're barring the 6th fret of the top 2 strings, okay? So if you want a simple version is that, straightforward simple F chord shape on the 6th fret, and then you go up to the 8th fret for a C chord, a simple F shape on the starting, doubling up on the top 2 strings there, on the 8th fret. So you got like that, okay? Or you could use my shapes like that, or you could use a whole bar chord. Okay, whichever, so it's A minor, B flat, C. Then you go back and repeat it again, but then you stick this on the end. This is a B flat major 7, okay? It's a diagonal chord, I call this. First finger is the 5th fret of the top E, second finger is the 6th fret of the 2nd string, third finger is the 7th fret of the 3rd string, the G string, and finally your pinky is playing the 8th fret of the D string, the 4th string, and you play 4 downwards. Don't play the 5th string or the 6th string. Okay, so the first one is A minor, B flat, C. Second one is A flat, B flat, C, B flat major 7th. I do some sort of, I just release the pressure slightly on the B flat major 7th and just go strum up and down. So, and then it goes into that rhythm, the reggae rhythm, middle section, bridge section if you like. Okay, so let's try all the this instrumental bit all the way through, up until the reggae bit. Okay, so it's does it matter to you? Right, that into the C, and that's a C chord with G in the bass, like another one of those. So it goes. What does it matter to you? To a G7, that's either a G7 like that or a G7 like that, whichever you want to, you can manage or like the sound of. So it's, what does it matter to you? When you got a job to do, you gotta do it well. That's a D7. So you're a C with G in the bass, to G7, whichever one you're doing, that one or that one, to a D7, and then you've got E minor to F. You've got, so it's like, let's do it from that to C, B flat major 7th. What you gotta matter to you? When you got a job to do, you gotta do it well. You gotta give the other a hell. So it's like, you gotta give the other a hell. So that's E minor to F. So it's, what does it matter to you? When you got a job to do, you gotta do it well. You gotta give the other fella hell. Just let it ring, and then we're off into that instrumentally bit again. Exactly the same. Okay, then we go into the final verse, and the first part of it is like just instrumentally bit. You used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But if this ever-changing world in which we're living, exactly the same as the first time round, makes you give in a try. Say live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Exactly the same as it was before, the first chorus we played, and immediately again, after the second time round, you hit that G diminish 7. We go into the instrumentally bit again. Sorry. And finishing is exactly the same apart from the very end of it, so it's the same as usual. This one is the only one that's different. You don't play that last note. You hit that 5th fret of the 3rd string, and then you play this chord, which is an E flat minor. Okay, simpler version. It's the same as that B minor that you played earlier, like that, up here. So you could play a simpler version, 6th fret of the top E, 7th fret of the 2nd, 8th fret of the 4th and the 3rd. Just play 4 downwards. Ideally the bar chord. E flat minor, bar chord, 6th fret bar. Okay. So that whole end bit is. Okay, got it? Well, there you are, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a classic song, and quite fun to play, I think. And you probably won't hear too many people playing it with the instrumental bit. So have fun with that. Bye for now. I'm back again. I forgot to mention on that chorusy bit. I forgot to mention that the fingering for the alternative to the G diminished 7 bar chord type shape, that one, if you find that tricky, then try playing it like that. It's the same shape as that D7 flat 9 shape that we play in the verse, but up 1 fret. Okay, so 2nd fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 2nd string, 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and 3rd fret of the top E string. So 2nd on the 4th, 2nd on the 2nd, 3rd on the 3rd, and 3rd on the top E. 4 downwards. So it would be, that would be whichever way. If you want to do simple chords on this, it would be. But it doesn't quite have the same. For me anyway. It doesn't sound quite as authentic as the original record. Anyway, I hope that might help you. Thanks very much for watching this and see you soon.